Hi, my name is Amy. Welcome back to your mat. Welcome to your practice. Coming to you from Drummond Island in Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. This is our actual last stop, our last place in the UP before heading back and starting our trek south. So today's class is really all about encouraging you and giving you good reasons and good benefits of getting outdoors whenever possible. So I highly encourage you, if you're able to do this class outdoors, please try to do that. That'd be great. Now, if you can't, I totally understand. Maybe find a little spot in your living room or wherever there is a window so you can at least look outdoors. So we're going to go through some poses, but throughout this class, I'm going to kind of go through some of the benefits of just getting outdoors more and really encourage that. So we're going to get started with just a simple warm-up. We're just going to do some half sun salutations. So if you know what those are, go ahead and get started and do as many as you like. But for those who maybe need a little refresher, we're going to come on up and stand nice and tall here in mountain pose. And that's where we're going to arrive initially. And then you're going to inhale, rise your arms up overhead. And then you're going to exhale, fold forward. And then you're going to inhale and halfway lift. And here's where you can put your hands on blocks if you'd like to use them, or on your shins. So you have options there. I'm going to go with no props today. So if you don't have props, then you can just use your shins. And then you'll exhale, fold forward, and then come all the way back up. Rise your arms up overhead and come back to mountain pose. So that's a half sun salutation. So this is a nice way to warm up. So run through that a few rounds at your own pace. I'll turn this side here so you can see it from that way too. But go ahead and go at your own pace. Inhale in, rising your arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward, knees bent or straight. Inhale, halfway lift and look out in front of you. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And continue doing this a few more rounds, coming back down to mountain in between. At your own breath, at your own pace. And looking out and folding forward and coming back all the way up. So I want you to go ahead and run through those for a few more rounds on your own. And while you're doing that, I'm going to give you the first big benefit of getting outdoors. One of the things that getting outdoors can do for you, get into nature. And this one is, it can help with stress and relieving anxiety. So again, go ahead and keep doing those for a few rounds. It's going to give you a nice warm up here. But this is a really great way to, if you get outdoors or even just doing what we're just doing now, these half sun salutations are great for stress relieving and reducing anxiety. So being outdoors, just taking a walk in the woods, doing yoga outdoors, going for a walk around your neighborhood, any of those things are great for helping to reduce stress and reducing anxiety. So if you're ever feeling stressed or have some anxiety, get outside. Go for a walk, or just go sit in nature. You don't necessarily have to be moving, but just immersing yourself in nature is going to be really beneficial. After you've done your last, or after you've come back to your mountain pose for the last time, go ahead and stop there. You're always welcome to pause this video and do more of those if you like. So from there, we're going to do the next little round here. We're going to do down dog to plank. Down dog, down to plank, and then cobra, and then back to down dog. And we'll do a couple rounds of that. So if you know how to want to go right into those, go ahead. Otherwise, for those of us who need a refresher, down dog, start on all fours, and then rise those hips up and straighten out the legs. So now my arms are nice and pushing down on the ground. My back legs are pushing into the ground. Your knees can be bent or straight here. You can pedal up the knees if you want your legs the first time. And then arrive here for just a moment with your hips up toward the sky. And then inhale and rock forward into plank. You can always bring your knees down. Exhale and lower all the way down. Plant your hands next to your chest. And inhale and rise up into cobra any amount here that you like. So go ahead and go through this a few rounds and come back down. And then find your way back to downward dog, either through all fours or you can just go straight back to down dog. So we're going to do a few rounds of that. At your own pace, coming forward into plank, exhaling down to your belly, inhaling into cobra. So go ahead and do that a few rounds on your own. And while you're doing that for a couple of rounds, I'm going to take a moment here, take a little break, give my left injured knee a little break itself, and give you another benefit of getting outdoors. So go ahead and run through that again. Down dog, roll through the plank, come on up into cobra, back to down dog. at your own pace and your own rhythm. So another, and this is actually very helpful with this actual set of poses we're doing, another great benefit of getting outdoors is it can help increase your energy. So if you're low in energy, you're fatigued, you're a little tired, you're thinking about taking a nap, but maybe you just don't have the time, or it's just not conducive to your schedule, maybe just getting outside for a bit. And what you're doing right now with this down dog to plank to cobra is you're helping to increase that energy also. So this is another side benefit. This is another great benefit of getting outdoors. It's a great thing to do. Perhaps if you need a break from your desk, maybe you could take a little break, or a break from work, or wherever you may be. If you can just step outside for 5 minutes even, if you can find the time to do that, because it's such a great energy boost without doing like a sugar or caffeine boost. And when you've come to your downward dog, when you're at your down dog, go ahead and stay there for a few breaths. And then from here, you're going to walk forward on your mat and come back into mountain pose. So now we're going to come into mountain pose, and we're going to do something with our arms. We're going to do eagle arms, or if that doesn't work for you, then you're just going to give yourself a nice big bear hug. And I do have a mic here, so hopefully I don't crush it. So you have options. I'm just giving you the option. I'll show you how to do eagle arms. But if you are not able to do eagle arms, doesn't work for you, then just give yourself a nice big bear hug. You can also be seated for this if you would rather do that. So from here, just standing, simple, easy. Bring your arms out long to the sides here. And I got a tree here I'm saying hi to. Hello there, tree. It's my little prop assist today. From here, we're gonna bring our right arm on top. So we're gonna cross our arms and bring that right arm on top. And then bend at the elbows. And now you have the back of your palms touching each other. Now, if you'd like, you can do one more rep here and have the front of your palms touching. That may or may not work for you. So you can stay here, or bear hug. So this is your option. We're gonna stay in this pose for a minute. And we're just gonna breathe. And something you can do if you really wanna kind of get some movement is you could bring your arms up over. You could bring them up a bit. You could arch the back. You could round in a bit. So you're doing a little bit of like almost cat-cow while standing up with your arms in this configuration. You could also do that with your bear hug. So just warming up the spine a little bit, moving the spine. Just moving the body just feels so good. Or you can stay stagnant. Another fantastic, I'll move my arms here so you can see my face. I'm gonna let that go. You go ahead and stay in that pose for just a moment before we switch to the other side. Another great benefit of getting outdoors is a break from screens. And I don't know about you, but I think the majority of us could definitely use a break from screens. Absolutely. Okay, after your last breath there, after your last exhale, go ahead and let your arms come to your sides, and we're gonna switch to the other side. So go ahead and bring your arms out, long out next to you. And then this time we're gonna bring the left arm on top. So go ahead and cross them over, left arm's on top, bend the elbows in, back of the palms touch, or do that wrap and touch the front of the palms together. You can do your movement if you like, or you can stay stagnant, whatever feels best. So I definitely know we live in a time where everybody, it seems like, is on their screens all the time. And we're missing all of this. I mean, I don't know if you just look for a moment. I know you're using a screen to watch this video, but while you're doing this class, just look around where I'm at. I mean, I'm in this beautiful forest, and it is so nice just to unplug from that. So even if it's 10 minutes a day, just put your phone down and go for a little walk. Or put your phone on silent if you want to bring your phone with you in case of emergency or something. But put it on silent and don't look at it. Don't listen to a podcast, just go and listen. Sometimes the silence of nature is, wow, it's amazing. All right, go ahead and drop those arms back down to your sides. And now, I thought appropriately, since I am in a forest and we're talking about being in nature, we're gonna do tree pose and talk about the next benefit. So tree pose, most of you know, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my, left leg bent. So I'm gonna have my right leg as my standing leg, as my foundation. And if you do have a wall or perhaps a tree nearby, you wanna use that for balance, go for it. And then since this is my injured knee, I'm not gonna bring it all the way up, so I'm gonna show you the modification. So you're gonna turn that left leg out, and then you're gonna bring the heel anywhere up along the leg. So anywhere along that, you can bring it further up or it can be further down. I'm gonna keep mine down on the ground because this knee This is the one configuration it does not like. It doesn't like to be turned and then bent up. So we're just not going to push it. But you get yourself to wherever feels good for you. And this is a great modification if your balance is off. You're still balancing, but you've got that little kickstand. So that's a great place to put it. Or you can even try to bring it up, maybe up to my calf. So find where you're at. Okay, there we go. I haven't done that yet with this knee. So this is improvements, little baby improvements each day. And then you can bring your arms up overhead if you feel nice and steady. And again, that leg, I'll show you on the other side, can be further up, like maybe at your thigh. So you decide what's good for you. I'm going to stay here for now because I don't feel like falling over and injuring myself again. And just take this in for a moment. And we'll talk about the next benefit, which we're also getting from this pose of being outdoors here in a moment on the other side. I'll tell you that in a moment. Release that, and then we'll come to the other side. So now our left leg is going to be our balancer, and I am glad I have the tree here in case I need to catch myself, because this leg is not nearly as strong as I would like it to be. And then turn that right leg, and then bring that right foot wherever you'd like. So it can be on your calf, or it can have that little kickstand, or you can bring it up to your thigh. And then when you feel steady, bring your hands together, up above you, whatever. So another nice benefit of getting outdoors is it can help you improve focus. And as you can tell, when you're in a balance pose, you need to be focusing. So I'm focusing. I'm actually looking at the camera right now, but I can also look out behind the camera at like a tree or something else to really hone in on that focus. So when you get outdoors, it can really help improve focus. So if you're having trouble focusing at work, at home, whatever, get outdoors. Go for a walk. Sit on the beach. Whatever it might be. Get in nature if possible. Release that leg. And now we're going to come down for our last pose. So this one, we're going to do either pigeon or deer pose. So if you know pigeon, go ahead and get into it. Deer pose is a 90-90 set. I'm actually going to do it the other way because, again, this knee it's cooperating, but not fully. Almost a month in, about 3.5 weeks in, and it's getting there. So deer pose is it's a 90-90 sit is another way to describe it. So you'll see I've got 90-90 here, 90-90 degrees here. So I'm going to go with this variation today, but you can always do pigeon, bending your left leg. You can start whichever leg you want, but bending the bottom leg in and stretching the back leg back. So either one that works for you. I find that if pigeon doesn't work for you very well, then this is a nice alternative. So from here, you're going to either stay upright, and you may feel enough right there just by staying upright, or you can bend forward and come forward any amount. You can bring your elbows down. You can stay up on your hands. And so while we're in this pose, our final pose, the last big benefit, there's a lot of other benefits, but the last one that I have made a note of, being outside and getting into nature, is it can boost your mood and increase creativity or spark creativity. So if you're in a bad mood, get out in nature and see if your mood doesn't improve and change. There's actually been some studies that have shown that just taking a walk in the woods can help improve your mood, because the trees actually secrete oils that contribute to our happiness. So it's amazing. Nature just has this all built in, and we just don't always take advantage of it. So if you're ready, go ahead and switch to the other side. I'm going to stay in this configuration because of my knee, but feel free to go ahead and switch. So now you're going to have your other leg forward and either the opposite leg back, or you'll be in the 90-90 sit like this. 90-90. Man, I can't even say that. So it can really help improve your mood, and it can spark creativity. So sometimes when I'm stuck, I need to come up with maybe a class idea or a blog post, or I want to write something and I'm just feeling stuck, I can get out in nature, and it really helps me come up with solutions. It's also great if I'm having trouble making a decision. I can usually go for a little walk in the forest or along the beach, and clarity, it'll just bring such clarity to mind. Go ahead and bring yourself up to a nice comfortable seat here. We're going to close out. So regardless of what the season is, I encourage you to get out more, get out in nature when possible, get outdoors, whether it's a walk around your neighborhood or you're going for a longer walk in the forest further away from home, whatever it might be. And So it doesn't matter the season. The fall is great for getting out and seeing the changes happening. Winter is nice. You bundle up and you get out and get a little bit of that cold therapy a little bit, but it's nice to just get out in the winter wonderland sometimes. Or you can also just gaze out the window and at least see the outdoors if it is just too cold. Spring is great for seeing everything reemerging and coming back to life, so that's a great time to get out. And the summer, of course, is wonderful because you get that sun and that energy and you're soaking all of that up. So no matter what the season, find some time this week, next week, every week, maybe just a little bit of time, add it in as a nice little habit that you get yourself outdoors more. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this short little class here and hope you enjoyed the little pep talk and the benefits of getting out in nature, because I live in nature. I'm in nature almost pretty much every day. You know, I'm outdoors all the time. So I really encourage you to do it because it's made me a much happier, healthier person. Thanks again for joining. Until next time. And in case you're interested in going a little deeper in your yoga practice, check out my 30-minute yoga sanctuary that is now live on my website. The link is below. There'll be new classes added on a regular basis, so go and check that out. Have a little perusal and try some of those classes as they're added, and come back to check out when new ones are added. Thanks again.